Be me. Camping with some friends in the woods. We have a tent, a fire and some beers. Everything is chill until we hear a weird noise. It sounds like a mix of a scream and a growl. We look around but see nothing. We think it's just some animal or something. We go back to our tent and try to sleep. I wake up in the middle of the night to pee. I grab my flashlight and walk out of the tent. I see something moving in the trees. It looks like a person but it's not. It has long hair, pale skin and glowing eyes. It's crawling on all fours like an animal. I freeze in fear as it stares at me. I hear it whisper in a distorted voice, "Help me." I drop my flashlight and run back to the tent. I wake up my friends and tell them what I saw. They don't believe me and think I'm drunk or high. I insist that we have to leave now. They reluctantly agree and we pack our stuff. We get in our car and drive away. I look back at the woods. I see it standing on two legs by the road. It waves at me with a twisted smile. MFW, I realize it was mimicking us all along. Be me. Born in the 1990s. Always told I was born on Easter. Hey, that's pretty good. Wav. Fast forward 2 years later to 2010s. Look up date for Easter. Holy shit. 3GP. That wasn't Easter. Was already getting good at chaos magic. Did not like being raised Catholic. Do a few rituals a year. Want the Vatican to close for my birthday. Because sometimes Easter is on my birthday. Fast forward to Lent of 2019. Rumors of Corona loom in the US. Hasn't officially been announced in Burgerland, but everywhere else. A nice artist lady sends her happy wishes of extra candy. She practices magic too. Get extra candy for Easter. Vatican closes due to plague and stingrays. Be me, suicidal nigger faggot with PTSD. Go to drown myself in the ocean. Bought tons of vodka to make it harder for me to swim back. When I arrive at the shoreline it's pitch black. But then I see him just standing there just looking at me. A giant glowing blue man at least 7 feet tall. Prom 20 feet away from me. I am frozen in shock at first. I begin talking to him like, "Hello, what are you doing here?" He still just stands there silent. Suddenly he goes from just standing still to running at an alarming speed towards me. I panic and start running home. I look over my shoulder once I have ran over 200 feet. Has gone. Go home back to my parents and start saying I saw a blue man by the water. I'm still shaking and borderline crying. This happened over 2 years ago and I'm still just as terrified of even going down to the ocean at dark. Who TF is this blue ass nigger? But the little alien, or Medusa, was floating in the same spot previously and it did not get pushed away. Be me, a tennifer. Be floating around an ocean. See submersible full of humans drift up. Hi human friends. Notice maneuvering thruster propeller that is not turning. Hope they don't turn that shit on or I'm fucked. Why you reach for switch? No, IT's pointing right at me. Seriously dude, I'll shred like wet tissue paper if you. AHH God YYAHH. 111. 1. 1. 1111. Blargimded. Be me in 2016. In Berlin, on tram, about to get off at my stop. I start feeling like my thoughts are being invaded by a foreign source. I can tell that I am having foreign thoughts and that someone is reading my mind. The foreign thoughts are hyper-aggressive, no thought words were spoken, I just felt an aggressive energy to them. The foreign thoughts felt specifically directed at me with malice, like someone was purposefully invading my mind. I am somehow able to immediately pinpoint who is invading my mind. It's an older dude on the tram. In my head, I ask him to blink twice. The guy stares at me and blinks twice in quick succession. I get off the tram in confusion. Never have a paranormal experience again. How was it possible that he could invade my mind? I wish that I had asked him how he was able to gain that power, but he seemed to be super malicious and he probably wouldn't have told me. I've been wondering all this time how someone would be able to do such a thing. I have never had an experience like this again. I know that the simplest explanation was that I imagined it. But it was really weird, and this has stuck with me for years. Was he a reptilian, demon, or monster of some sort? Was he some dude who learned how to read minds through magic or psychic powers or something? Me, alone in my dark and silent room. Decide to browse/x/. Scrolling through threads, I stumble upon a strange one titled "Do You Hear It Too?" I click on it and begin reading it. Op claims to hear a faint whispering voice in his room. Other anons and threads start claiming they can hear the voice too. One anon posts a link to recording of the whispering. It sounds like nothing I've ever heard before, a haunting and otherworldly voice. As I listen, I start to feel the voices getting louder and closer. Suddenly, I hear the voice right behind me. I turn around, but no one is there. Me. Go to sleep. Have a fake wake-up dream in which I am instantly lucid. Hear a nuke go off. See the mushroom cloud. Mushroom cloud reaches me. I vaporize and feel every painful second of it. That was awesome, I want that again. Imagine it happening. Get the exact same scenario in a second lucid dream. I'd cow. But I have managed to literally manifest whatever I imagine in my mind's eye into lucid dreams. Me, thinking about farming to get away from the poison they put in our food. Good. Realize that just to put together a single dish requires growing multiple plants and animals. Rough, ain't it? Those animals need clean food of their own and as well as a clean place to live and medicine. Clean food comes straight out of the ground. Plus they make excellent lawnmowers. https://www.youtube.com/shorts/L5semps20. Also the medicine you speak of comes straight out of the ground too, in the form of herbs. Much research is going into this as we speak. People are reviving the old ways. Realize that in order to produce all the products needed to eat and not die of dysentery requires an entire village to produce it all. You're right. Find the others. No, most normies are too stupid or complacent to ever even consider doing such a thing. Oh, oops. When I said find the others I meant find the non-retarded others. No, even if somehow I did find enough people and resources, there's a good chance the feds show up and destroy everything. You'd be right about this, but that's coming to an end quicker than you think. It's why they've now resorted to derailing drains. Even going these extreme lengths, there are still things that we would be unable to get rid of: microplastics, estrogens from birth control in the water supply, soil contamination from who knows what released into the air over the years settling. You do have something called an immune system. They need to constantly produce those things in order to affect you. Once their magic machines go bye-bye, so do those things. Also in regards to the estrogen, know that UV light destroys that. Leave a big bowl of water in the sunlight and you won't feel so bad next time you hydrate. It really is over, isn't it, brothers? Pike roll. Not even close. You're thinking the right things, Anon. Now find your community. Believe it or not, they're out there. Me, thinking about farming to get away from the poison they put in our food. Realize that just to put together a single dish requires growing multiple plants and animals. Those animals need clean food of their own and as well as a clean place to live and medicine. Realize that in order to produce all the products needed to eat and not die of dysentery requires an entire village to produce it all. No, most normies are too stupid or complacent to ever even consider doing such a thing. No, even if somehow I did find enough people and resources, there's a good chance the feds show up and destroy everything. Even going these extreme lengths, there are still things that we would be unable to get rid of: microplastics, estrogens from birth control in the water supply, soil contamination from who knows what released into the air over the years settling. It really is over, isn't it, brothers?